This is the tutorial and the training on how to actually set this up. If you need to change quantities, if you need to change accounts, add accounts, whatever you need to do, we're going to do all that right here and right now. First of all, you got to go to your indicators and actually install the bot, right? So here's the bot. And we'll just do this as we're setting like the June trade that's so popular and works out really well. So we will go over these in a minute right here, okay? Here's your on and off, whatever. Don't turn this on unless you're using fill alerts. And if you're setting it up the way I'm setting it up, you are not going to be using these. So do not turn this on. This is for if you're using other services other than cross trade, etc., to use the bot. So enable alerts. Yes. Enable time filter. Yes. We're going from 9:45 to 10. This is Eastern Standard. Our lead time frame is 1 minute. Our smooth time frame is 45 minutes. Okay. Our trend confluence is custom. It should be New York. So we're going to actually put it on New York, and then our custom time frame. This does not matter. You can have this on anything you want. It's not going to do nothing unless you click this first. This activates this, but we're using New York. It's trend. So we want to use New York's trend. So you can use the daily trend, New York's trend, London's trend, Asia's trend, 10 to 10:30. Creates a trend, weekly creates a trend, and then we do custom, or you can just turn it right off, right? And it'll just use this up here, but I don't suggest that. Disable, these are left alone. And then our 101, max trades 1, use beacon, yes, show beacon, yes, number 2 for the beacon line. Properties. The only thing that really matters in here, unless if this is how many contracts that it's backtesting, right? Is on bar close is turned on. So just have order is filled on every tick, use bar magnifier on bar close on. Okay. And then we're going to line break candles. So this one right here, line break candles, and we are on the 1 minute time frame. Okay. And this is the June trade. Oh God. Here we go. So there is the June trade. That is how we set up the June trade. Now, how do we actually get this to go into our NinjaTrader and actually take trades? Well, we're going to start with going over to cross trade, and we're going to build ourselves our commands. Okay, so we go to our command builder right here, right? And we're going to say, what do you want to do? Open a position. What's your account numbers? You put your account numbers in here and you separate them by commas, like it says right here in the instructions. What instrument are you trading? We are trading NQ, right? 06.25, right? What do you want to do? Well, I want to buy. How many do you want to buy? I want to buy 1. Market order or limit? What's a market order? Trade management. This is where we use our ATM strategy in NinjaTrader. Okay, so ATM strategy, I call mine bot. It has to be spelled right here exactly the way you have it spelled in NinjaTrader. So you build your ATM strategy in NinjaTrader, right? And then you name it, and then you come here and you select that I want to use the ATM strategy, or you can do manual, take profits and stop losses, or you can do none, right? I do the ATM strategy bot. And I name mine bot, so that's where I type in bot, right? Enhancements. I always do require position flat. What does that mean? That means if this thing tries to open a position, it is requiring that there are no other positions open. If there are another position open, it won't open a position, okay? And then what do? We click generate command. Here is the code that you would place right here, right? This is going to go into the buy spot of this right here, or long. So you would actually paste that code in this box, right? And then now we're going to need one for shorts. If you want, what you can do to save time is just come up into here, delete this buy, right? And type in sell, and then copy this code and then go back and put it into the shorts one, all right? And now what do we need to do now? Well, we need a close command. We need an exit command. So we go to command builder. We click on, I want to close a position. Well, first of all, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit delay timer 0.2, right? And then I'm going to come up and click on close a position because it's going to put that in there for me. So what accounts are you using? So you put your accounts in if it doesn't save it, and then your instrument, right? And click generate command. Now, first thing you need to do is delete this right here. Require market position flat. That's wrong. Okay, you don't need a flat position to close, right? So if you have that in there and you don't delete that, you're not going to close trades. Now, you take this and you copy it And the reason we're putting this little 0.2 of a second delay in here is in case the alerts fire at the same time and you don't want to confuse NinjaTrader. So you give it just a tiny bit of a delay so that NinjaTrader has a chance to keep up and actually close the trade. So we take this right here, we copy it, and we come over into our bot and we copy that, or I'm sorry, paste that into the long and the shorts, and we click OK. Now yours should look like this with this information stored in there, right? Now what's next? Okay, well, we're going to create an alert so that when these fire, something happens, right? So we come to our alert right here. We're going to select this box here and we're going to go to alert function calls only. It's going to delete all this crap. You can rename this to whatever you want. So you can be like 1S, 1K bot, right? 945 or bot June trade. There you go. And then we go to notifications and we turn on our webhook URL. Where do you get this information from? Well, we're going to go back over to CrossTrade, right? And this one right here. And here is your webhook URL right there. You copy it. You don't want people seeing this stuff, right? And then you come back over to our TradingView and we put in our webhook and then we hit create. We select all our options we want, notifying app, sounds, anything like that, hit create. Now to turn the bot on and off, the easiest way to do it is just come over to your alerts right here and turn them on or turn them off. That will shut your bot off and this will turn it on. Now, if you want to add accounts or change quantities, you can literally come over to this and scroll over and find where it says quantity and change that to whatever quantity you want. See, like right here, if I wanted 5, I'd go in here and hit OK. But every time you make an adjustment, you have to delete your alert and create a new one. All right. Or you can go into the cross trade and just redo the commands and change your quantity to 5, add alerts and everything else, and just create a whole new command that you just paste in there. But remember, every time you do something to this, you have to delete your alert and create a new alert. And that concludes the setup of the TradingView bot and how to create the commands. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in our Discord.